Rug pulls are a thorn in the side of risk-taking investors eager to get in early on the hottest projects before they go big. This type of scam is proliferating these days due to the deafening hype around decentralized finance, non-fungible tokens, Web3, various metaverses, and the promise of riches. This is exacerbated by the crypto industry's lack of regulation, sometimes misplaced faith in anonymous teams, and the general demographic of crypto users, which consists mostly of millennials and Gen Zs with excess funds, little fundamental understanding of crypto, and often lacking real drive or incentive to learn the technical intricacies of blockchain technology. This is not a description of every crypto investor, but it does describe many of them. CipherTrace has reported that DeFi hacks reached a whopping $361 million from January to July of 2021, nearly a threefold increase from 2020 data. However, a rug pull doesn't require a bad actor to hack a protocol or anything. In fact, they simply need to pull the proverbial rug from under investors that they've lured in with promises of lucrative returns and disappear with their funds quickly. If you want to dabble in crypto, especially DeFi, it is extremely important that you learn how to spot a rug pull, because once your funds are stolen, it's almost impossible to recover them. And unlike some centralized exchanges, most DeFi platforms do not offer insurance for losses. So on today's CoinMarketCap episode, we're going to be explaining exactly what a rug pull is and how you can avoid one. But first, my name is Trev, and here at CoinMarketCap, we are on a mission to make crypto accessible all around the world. That's why we love making videos for you that are packed with information and are easy to understand and simple to share with your friends and family. So if you want something more than just hype and to actually learn about crypto, make sure to hit the subscribe button right now and to turn on notifications so you're not going to miss out on our new videos. And let's learn together. So you might be asking yourself, how does a rug pull work? A rug pull is primarily a specific type of DeFi exit scam where malicious project teams pull out the liquidity of their tokens and disappear with investors' money. A rug pull may also refer to exit scams in other blockchain sectors like NFTs. In these cases, project founders disappear sometime after investors mint their NFTs. In a rug pull, the scammers first generate a token and create hype around it through marketing tactics, mostly via Twitter and Telegram. They then list it on a decentralized exchange or DEX like Uniswap or PancakeSwap, usually paired with another popular token like ETH or BNB. At this stage, they are likely to inject substantial liquidity into their pool and ramp up marketing efforts in order to attract significant exit liquidity from buyers. This is the time when unsuspecting investors buy their tokens in hopes of making crazy gains. Once the scammers are satisfied with the number of tokens bought, they will drain the pool's liquidity, usually ETH, BNB, or SOL, and leave only their worthless scam tokens.
So the market cap is $2.168 trillion. And now the market, it went to zero.
In many cases, investors will also be incentivized to deposit liquidity into the token's pool, which requires buying the token pair. This is generally how a rug pull is executed in DeFi, albeit with a few variations and extra steps. So for example, let's say you bought the hypothetical rug token from Uniswap. Instead of just holding onto your rug, you want to take advantage of their 1000% APY by becoming a liquidity provider for the rug-ETH pool. You then buy an equal amount of ETH, pair it with your rug, and deposit them both in the pool to earn a yield. When the rug is pulled, you lose not only your ETH, but also the ETH used to buy rug, which will be rendered worthless. And that brings us to NFT rug pulls. In the non-fungible token space, it's even harder to determine a potential rug, since several projects like Bored Ape Yacht Club have launched with pseudonymous founders, yet turned out to be successful. However, careful due diligence can still go a long way to prevent being hoodwinked. How to catch a rug pull. Liquidity has no time lock. A time lock on a token pool's liquidity is the most surefire way for teams to build public trust in their project, as it eliminates the possibility of them making away with investors' funds. Note that most of the liquidity needs to be locked, preferably 95 to 100%, with a long time horizon. Unfortunately, determining whether liquidity is locked may be too technical for the average crypto Joe. Your best bet is to ask the developer team in the Discord or Telegram group to provide proof of locked liquidity. If they can do so, then that's a good sign, but don't take anything at face value. If you know someone who has relevant DeFi development experience, ask them to help you verify if a project's liquidity is locked. Anonymous or fake founders. Anonymity gives malicious developers a shield that protects them from accountability, which provides a lot of opportunities to pull off a rug. While Bitcoin's founder may have been anonymous, Satoshi never asked anyone to buy Bitcoin, only to mine it. In DeFi, projects ask you to put your hard-earned money in their hands, which makes it extremely extremely important that their real identities are attached to the project. You need to check the founder's social media accounts to determine whether their identities are verified and that their records are not fabricated. Some teams are clever in hiding their anonymity by creating fake LinkedIn or Twitter profiles, which requires you to determine how solid and reliable their information is. If they have little to no interactions relative to their followers/connections, that's already a bad sign. Moreover, if their follower account is extremely low, then that could also be a red flag. Anonymous founders are even more prevalent in the NFT space, where they can raise several $1,000,000 worth of crypto with nothing but a picture of an ape or other animals, and a haphazard Discord group setup. In this case, you're either going to have to take a bigger gamble or use other metrics to spot a potential rug pull. And the next point is unrealistic projected returns on investment. If something is too good to be true, chances are it is. Scam DeFi projects more often than not claim to offer high rewards, ranging from 500 to 5,000% APY. Since they need high liquidity to run their operation, your common sense will come in handy in determining ROI figures that are unsustainable. And that brings us to the next point, which is unaudited projects. A genuine crypto project must have its smart contracts audited by an independent security firm, preferably before they list their token or allow investors to gain exposure. Other projects may deviously postpone the auditing process, but put it somewhere on the roadmap to give investors unwarranted confidence. An unaudited smart contract could hide bugs that allow the founders or someone else to steal users' funds through a backdoor. Furthermore, investors should check the audit report themselves. Some projects just indicate that they've been audited, which can delude investors. And for all you know, an audit report might reveal the con artist's planned exit route if you look closely. Unfortunately, smart contract auditing is expensive enough that many projects, including legitimate ones, can't afford it. In such a case, you can alternatively check independent auditing websites like Token Sniffer or RugDoc that may have made their own free audit of the project available. The next point is lack of effort or innovation. Scam projects are not built to last, hence the founders don't put a whole lot of effort into them. The most obvious sign is a low quality website. In fact, some of them may only put up a launching soon page. This also applies to scam white papers, which are usually ambiguous, highlight several buzzwords like DeFi, blockchain, metaverse, or GameFi, as well as copy-paste descriptions from other projects. If a protocol's white paper or docs page doesn't make sense, you should rethink its legitimacy. Moreover, if a project is merely a clone of another or doesn't bring anything new or innovative to the space, that's a red flag. At best, you're putting your hard-earned money into a low-quality project. At worst, you're going to get exit scammed. And that brings me to the next point, which is funds that are concentrated among just a handful of holders. If large amounts of tokens are in the hands of a few holders, chances are that they are the team wallets disguised as regular holders. This allows them to easily manipulate the price at the expense of innocent investors. Note that developers don't need to completely drain a pool's funds to perform a successful rug pull. For example, if a couple of hands control just 60% of the total supply, they could easily sell them in one sitting and crash the token price. To avoid this, you need to check the coin's blockchain explorer on Etherscan or BSC Scan to find its token distribution. As a rule of thumb, a non-team wallet should not hold more than 5% of the token supply unless it's locked. And the next point is stealth mints. A stealth mint is when an NFT project flies under the radar until the mint is launched, which makes it so much easier to create FOMO in a short period. While it has some advantages, too many malicious developers have used it as an avenue for rugging. To be safe, avoid projects that use this approach. So now that we've shed some light on the steps needed to avoid falling prey to crypto scams, it's important to note that these don't totally guarantee the safety of your funds. As the technology evolves, there will always be surprises, with hackers uncovering newer and more sophisticated ways to steal crypto funds. Moreover, these measures aren't as effective in isolation. For instance, if you're able to verify that the team wallets are locked, but fail to identify that more than half of the token supply is in the hands of an unlocked external wallet, they can still rug you. The same is true with haphazard background checks. You need to do your due diligence religiously or not invest at all. Hey, did you like that video? Yeah? Well, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And while you're at it, go check out these videos, because if you like this one, you're definitely going to like these. So what are you doing? Go check them out. Click on them right now. Now.